we're going to be focusing on an initiative called My Leads. My Leads is done by an organization called the Morem Initiative. Every year they select between 25 to 28 young African women leaders who hopefully in the future will become not only leaders in social interventions, also in all sorts of fields like advocacy, and they bring them right here to Ghana, and what they do is they have a workshop and they end up graduating. Now I have two of the people who are involved in it this year, and they join me right now to get a bit more of an insight. First and foremost, from Zambia I have Tafazwa Betty Sasa, she's from Zambia, and also Yassine Ndiaye, Francophone from Senegal. So good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So I'm told 100 women generally are selected from different African countries, but however they're usually narrowed down to 25 or so. 20 this year there's 28, so you were just two of the 28 candidates who were selected. How were you chosen?
Was the highest criterion for selection.
For everybody who
everyone who attends, you need to have a background and a track record of community service.
So for you personally, what were you working on in your community?
Okay, I work with an organization called Alchemy Women in Leadership, where I am the programs officer. It's an initiative that seeks to promote female representation in leadership. So I work with Alchemy Women in Leadership. I'm also a member of Junior Chamber International, which is a global network of young active citizens who believe that service to humanity is the greatest work of life. So in JCI, we carry out projects that create sustainable solutions for our communities. I'm also a member of Toastmasters International, an organization that seeks to improve communication and leadership skills. So these are some of the organizations that I work with, but maybe at a very broad level, I'm very committed to personal leadership and development to help people realize that everybody has something to do in building our communities.
Okay, now after having said that, I totally understand why they selected you. Yassine, you're from Senegal. What sort of community events and things are you involved in to get you to be part of the 28 young women?
Okay, I'm currently leading a training program for young African for careers in cinema, and the program allows them to have skills to enter in the workforce in the labor market.
Nice.
And I'm also involved in the fighting against schoolgirls dropout in Senegal. So I have a project to implement after the Morem Initiative Institute, and it will work for giving skills to girls and allow them to have skills to have a job and to gain the financial independence.
Okay, now even myself, last week was it? I was one of I came to speak to the group of some young ladies, very brilliant young ladies from 28, very mouthy, very driven young women. Now for you, let me ask you. They say with power comes responsibility. Now, with all of this, what you're getting from the Moremi Institute and also the program you're involved in, where do you hope to take this to after you leave Accra?
Actually, the theme for My Lead 2014 is that the power to lead, the commitment to serve. So I think one of the things that we've really been equipped with is the understanding that whatever authority or leadership we may have is nothing without any service that we do. So as part of our work in My Lead, we're all going to do projects in our communities under the theme called My Change.
My Change.
Yes, My Change project. So each and every fellow will go back to their country and run out a specific project from what we have discussed here. So like for me, I'm going to do a project that's going to deal with the issue of teenage pregnancy, like girls are dropping out of school due to pregnancy. But we have really scaled it down, and like my project will specifically focus on developing the self-esteem of the girl child and helping them realize that there is more to life than just becoming a wife, and to help them to be able to chart a vision for their own life.
Okay, what about you, Yassine?
My major project is again the school girls dropout, and in Senegal, and it will be implemented during the coming years in the 2040. Yeah, and what I can say, what we've learned, what I have learned about Morem,
yes,
and it is most diversity, and to deal with different people. We all come from different countries. We speak different languages. we are different, but we learn to live together, to build something together, and it is definitely the way Africa must choose to go ahead for the development.
Okay, all right, just lastly, we're going to wrap up very soon. You said you're going to be going back to your countries. I know you've all come together, 28 different women from African countries, young leaders. What are you taking away from you, just about even the people that you've met in Accra? What would you take back with you?
Well, at a very general level, I must say the people in Ghana are so kind. The kindness is just contagious. People really go the extra mile to be helpful. And I think one of the things that I realized is that it takes one person to build a reputation. So like Ghanaians are very nice, but I probably just met 3 or 4 people. So I think it's also up to us to really, at an individual level, build on what you want to develop. But I think from most of the lessons that we have learned, we have discussed so many topics. Some of the most outstanding like is the issue of integrity. It was really broken down, not just integrity as being thrown around in offices and institutions, but it's really been broken down to understand that it comes down to the small little choices that we make every day as leaders, whether to go the straight route or to take a shortcut. So it's just really been an amazing experience of the breaking down of all these concepts and theories of leadership to minimal and basic levels on how we can implement them in our journeys.
All right, and lastly to you, Yasin, what are you taking back with you?
In Ghana?
Just your experience,
yeah,
yes.
Okay. I find that is many similitudes between Ghana and Senegal.
Yes.
So people love greetings and have the culture of hospitality. So I immediately feel home here. And we used to say Senegal is the land of Teranga, but Ghana too. And I will definitely come back here.
Wonderful, wonderful. I want to say a big thank you to you, wonderful 2 young leaders, first and foremost to Afbadzwa Betty Sasa, who is from Zambia, and also to Yasin Ndiaye from Senegal. Thank you very much.